Most people fail to learn a new skill because they set a vague goal and rely on daily motivation to decide what to do. Without a structured, actionable architecture to guide them, that initial momentum usually burns out within the first week. To fix this, you need to build that architecture right now. Grab a blank piece of paper and a pen, or open a new spreadsheet on your computer. We are going to build your schedule using the CIA framework. That stands for chunking, immersion, and assessment. By the end of the next 6 minutes, you will use these 3 principles to generate a fully customized 30-day calendar blueprint. Willpower fluctuates, but a mapped framework removes the friction of daily choice. When you sit down to work, you skip the energy drain of deciding what to do and immediately start the specific task assigned to that hour. Step 1. Focus your attention entirely on the blank top margin of your tracker. We need to define your micro-target. A broad 30-day goal like learning a language or mastering software contains too many variables to manage effectively in a single month. A goal like learn video editing lacks a clear finish line. A successful micro-target is highly specific and measurable, like edit a 60-second YouTube short with text and music. Narrow down your ambition and write your single, isolated micro-target at the top of your document. Now we apply the first letter of our framework, C, for chunking. Draw out your grid and divide your 30-day timeline into 4 horizontal rows, representing the 4 weeks of the month. You are going to deconstruct your micro-target. Look at your end goal and assign one distinct subskill to each of the 4 weekly rows. By focusing on only one component per week, such as learning timeline tools in week 1, then basic audio mixing in week 2, you prevent the mental exhaustion that usually causes beginners to quit it. Dividing a macro goal into sequential micro skills isolates the variables of learning, making your progress easy to measure as the weeks pass. Now that the weekly structure is in place, we enter the operational phase by scheduling the specific daily blocks inside those rows. This brings us to the I in the framework, immersion. Look at each week on your tracker. Block out days 1 through 6 for active practice. Most people overcommit their time during the first week. Attempting 3-hour practice sessions right away leads to a sharp decline in focus and a high likelihood of quitting. To mitigate early burnout, enforce a strict constraint. Cap your immersion blocks at exactly 45 minutes. Once you hit that time limit, you must stop. During those 45 minutes, you must follow one absolute rule. The work must be deep and entirely free of distractions. Keep your phone in another room. Now shift your attention to the empty Day 7 columns at the end of each week. This is where we use the final letter of the framework, A, for assessment. You must explicitly block out Day 7 purely for review. Use this time to review the output you produced during the week, identify specific mistakes, and compare your work directly against high-quality examples or tutorials. This block is for analysis. It is not for practicing or trying to learn new techniques. A dedicated weekly feedback loop provides the necessary mechanism to correct your trajectory and prevents you from unknowingly practicing bad habits. The physical build of your tracker is now completely finished. Take a look at what you just built. You have transitioned from holding a vague desire to learn a skill to possessing a concrete, logical architecture for mastery. Your immediate next step is to place this document where it is impossible to ignore. Pin it to the wall above your desk or set it as your computer background. Your only task for tomorrow is to sit down and execute the Day 1 block. Nothing else matters until that block is checked off. This structure removes the daily burden of planning. You have already done the heavy mental lifting, leaving your energy available for the actual practice. This architecture replaces the intimidation of a month-long goal with the completion of a single session. Progress is the result of these finished blocks piling up, day after day.